This is the Frunk on my 2024 Model 3 Performance, and as you can see on this side there's very little gap right there. I'm afraid it'll even rub, it's so close. And over here on this side it's normal. So what I'm going to do is pop the Frunk and diddle with the bolts a little bit, see if I can slide the thing to the side. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, here's the bolts that you have to loosen right here. These two bolts. You're gonna get the paint chipped off of the bolts. There's just no way around that. I learned that on my last, my 2021, when I was adjusting the rear hatch. You're gonna lose paint there, so I always buy touch-up paint anyway with all my cars so I can take care of rock chips and stuff. So that won't be an issue. I'll just touch up the bolts or the nuts there on the end. One thing that you have to do is you've got to disconnect this. You got to disconnect this strut right here, which requires pulling out these little pins right here. They're in here, and you just have to get a screwdriver underneath right here and pull it out and pull these off. Otherwise, these are always pushing up on your hood, so you're never going to get any adjustability. So you got to take these off on both sides, and then you can manipulate the hood and put it down, jiggle the hood a little bit with these loose, not all the way off, just loose, so you can manipulate the hood back and forth. And then you can put these struts back on and put the clips back in once you get it lined up and the bolts retightened, and I'll show you the result. So here's the result. Now you can see that on this side it's not so close that it's almost rubbing, and on this side it's pretty close to the same, and the gaps are comparable on both sides. You're never going to get it perfect, but at least I don't have to worry about it possibly rubbing here where it was so close. So now I'm happy with that overall. This is the rattle that I have. You can hear it coming from right there on the dash. And let me show you how I figured that out. I gotta swap hands here. Hang on. Okay, you can hear the rattling. Anyway, if I take my umbrella and stick it right here, the rattle goes away, see? So let's see if I can fix that. This is what I did. I pushed a little piece of foam up above the LED strip, and I didn't push it up in there all the way because I just went out to test it to see if the rattle's gone before I push it all the way in there so that it doesn't interrupt the LED strip. But I just pushed it in there pretty gently with my pry tool, and now that I've verified it's completely the rattle is completely gone now. So I'm just gonna tuck that piece of foam up in there so that the LED strip isn't blocked, and that'll be the end of that rattle.